Okay, today we're going to talk about dividing rational numbers with fractions. The most popular saying for this is keep it, flip it, and change it. A vocabulary word that you need to know is reciprocal. Reciprocal is just a fancy word for flip. So if you would write the word flip above reciprocal. So, for example, and it's also called the multiplicative inverse if you ever see that. So, for example, if you have the fraction 4/5, its reciprocal is 5/4, and its product equals 1. I'm sorry, 5/4. So, if we cancel this out, this becomes 1 whole. So if you multiply the reciprocal by the original fraction, you get 1. What we talked about yesterday is changing a mixed number to an improper fraction. We can do that by MAD or Texas. After we make it MAD or we Texas, we keep the first fraction the same, so keep it. We change the division to multiplication, and we find the reciprocal of the fraction after the multiplication. We flip it. Then we multiply top times top, bottom times bottom, and simplify. If you remember our rules, if they're different, it is negative. And if they are the same, it is positive. We also talked about the odd and the even. So if you have an odd amount of signs, it's negative. An even amount, it's positive. All right, so let's go into some examples. Quotients can have different signs in different places. So are the rational numbers equivalent? Well, if I did 12 divided by -4, they're different, so I would get -3. If I did -12 divided by +4, they're different, I would get -3. And then if I did 12 divided by 4, I get 3, and then I have a negative outside the parentheses. Yes, they are all equivalent. So it doesn't matter if you have the negative in the denominator, if you have it in the numerator, or if you have it in front, it still holds that negative value. Okay, and this is what this means here. All right, so let's look at this. This is called a complex fraction for division. This is just like Tybo, top in, bottom out. Well, anytime you have this, the number that's on top is the number that goes on the left. So we're going to write the top number goes on the left. The bottom number goes on the right. Okay, above this, write KFC. We're going to keep 7/10. We're going to flip 1/5. Becomes 5/1, and we're going to change the division to multiplication. Now we look to see if we can simplify the diagonal. We can. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Now we do top times top, bottom times bottom. 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 1 is 2. Now 7/2 is a great fraction, but it needs to be Tyboed. So we're going to top in, bottom out. We can go in there 3 times. So we get 3 1/2. Now we look at the signs. There's only one negative, and so that's an odd amount of signs. It is -3 1/2. If I go too fast or you don't understand something, rewind the video and rewatch it again. Okay, once again, if you see a fraction, a complex fraction like this, the fraction on top goes on the left, the fraction on bottom goes on right, and you KFC it. Okay, let's go to our next one. Okay, example 1. Before we can even begin, we need to make it mad or Texas. So we're going to say 5 times 3, which is 15. 15 plus 1 is 16 thirds. Okay, so now we're going to make this mad. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3 halves. After we make it mad, we're going to write KFC. We're going to keep 16 thirds. We're going to flip 3 halves and make it 2 thirds. Okay, unfortunately, I will not be able to simplify any of the diagonals. So it's just going to become top times top, bottom times bottom. So when I do 16 times 2, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. I get 32 ninths. Well, 32 ninths is improper. I'm going to have to Tybo it. It's going to go in there 3 times. 9 times 3 is 27. Gotta borrow. I get 3 and 5 ninths. Okay, I look at the signs, and the signs are different, or I have an odd amount of signs, so it is negative 3 and 5 ninths. Okay, number 2. These are not mixed numbers, so I don't have to make it mad. I just need to KFC. I'm going to keep it. It's 3/8. I'm going to flip it. It's 4 thirds. I'm going to change the division to multiplication. Now I'm going to simplify the diagonals. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. I have an odd amount of signs, or different, so it is negative 1/2. All right, number 3. I got to make it mad. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25 over 6. I don't have to make 1/3 mad, so I'm just going to rewrite it. Okay, from here, I keep it, I flip it, I change it. I get 25/6, flip 1/3, I get 3 ones. Change the division to multiplication. I can now simplify the diagonal, so 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Top times top, bottom times bottom. 25 times 1 is 25. 2 times 1 is 2. Well, 25 halves is a great fraction, but I have to Tybo it. So it's going to go in there once. It's going to go in there twice. So I have 12 and 1/2. And I have signs are the same, so it's positive. Or I have an even amount of signs, so it's positive. Remember, if I go too fast or you didn't understand it, pause it, rewind, stop, and go through. Okay, last one. Burger Barn uses 46 2/3 pounds of ground beef. How many 1/3 pound burgers can be made using all the ground beef? All right, well, our total is the dividend. It's going to go on the left, divided by the divisor, the amount you're dividing by. Well, 46 2/3 is a mixed number. I have to make it mad. So I'm going to do 46 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 138 plus 2 will get me 140 over 3. Okay, I don't have to make 1/3 mad, so I'm just going to write divide by 1/3. Okay, now write K C. Keep it, flip it, and change it. I can simplify the diagonal 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Top times top, bottom times bottom. I get 140 over 1. Well, 140 over 1 is still just 140. All right, once again, if you feel like I went too fast or you didn't understand something, rewind and watch again. Okay, after you've completed your quiz in Schoology and you've watched the video, then I need you to start your homework.